Many people after the age of 60 begin to notice something troubling. Their sleep no longer feels the same. They can fall asleep, but it's shallow. They close their eyes, but they toss and turn. By morning, instead of feeling refreshed, they feel like they never rested at all. They've tried the usual solutions: sleeping pills, over the counter melatonin, herbal teas before bed. Yet, night after night, the problem returns: short, restless sleep. But here's the surprising truth: the answer may not be in a pill, a supplement, or an expensive gadget. It might already be sitting quietly in your kitchen, waiting to be rediscovered. That ingredient is the onion. Yes, the same onion you use to flavor your food could be the very key to restoring the deep, natural sleep you thought you had lost forever. Because onions are not just food. For centuries, different cultures have used them as natural remedies for calming the body and restoring balance. And now, modern science confirms what ancient wisdom already knew. Onions have compounds that can relax the nervous system, reduce tension, balance sleep hormones, and promote long restorative sleep. In this video, I'm going to share 4 simple, science-backed ways you can use onions at home to dramatically improve your sleep quality. Each method is safe, natural, and very easy to apply. And most importantly, method number 4 can produce noticeable improvements in just a few nights. If sleep truly matters to you, I urge you to watch until the very end so you don't miss this most powerful part. And if you're looking for natural health solutions, make sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. That way, every time I share a new tip, you'll be the first to benefit. But before we dive into the practical methods, let's answer the most important question. Why does such a humble vegetable like the onion have such a powerful effect on your sleep? Why onions work for sleep. Onions are more than a kitchen staple. Inside every bulb lies a powerhouse of nutrients and bioactive compounds that directly affect how your brain and body transition into sleep. Here's how. Natural calming compounds. Onions are rich in flavonoids and saponins. These act like gentle sedatives for the nervous system, calming your body after a stressful day and making it easier to drift into sleep. The tryptophan connection. Onions contain tryptophan, an amino acid that your body needs to produce serotonin and melatonin, the 2 hormones that regulate when you feel sleepy and how deeply you sleep through the night. Phytochemicals for relaxation. Onions release phytins that naturally slow the heart rate and steady your breathing, creating the perfect conditions for sleep. Scientific evidence. In a placebo-controlled study, onion extract rich in cysteine sulfoxide was shown to shorten the time it takes to fall asleep and improve overall sleep quality in a short period. Brain protection. Onions also contain powerful flavonoids like quercetin, camphorol, and naringenin. These not only regulate melatonin and circadian rhythm, but also protect brain cells from age-related decline. They reduce apoptosis, the weakening and loss of nerve cells that often contributes to poor sleep as we age. Put all of this together, and you can see why onions are such an effective natural sleep aid. They calm the nervous system, reduce stress, regulate your hormones, and even protect the brain. But the real question is, how do you use them the right way to get the best results? Let's go step by step through the 4 most effective methods. Eating onions in the evening. We'll start with the simplest and most natural way: adding onions to your evening meals. Dinner is the perfect time to consume onions. That's because your circadian rhythm is already beginning to slow down, preparing your body for rest. This is when the nutrients in onions can do their best work. Here's how to do it. If you can eat onions raw, 30 to 50 grams is enough. Slice them thinly and add to a salad. If raw onions upset your stomach, choose cooked onions. 1 bulb per day divided across 1 or 2 meals is ideal, about 100 to 120 grams. Cooking softens the flavor and makes them easier to digest while still keeping many of their active compounds. People who try this often report that after just a few evenings, they fall asleep more easily, stay asleep longer, and wake up less during the night. As a bonus, adding onions makes meals more flavorful without relying on excess salt or fat, a small dietary change that also supports heart health. So, if you want to start with the simplest step, add onions to your dinner. Placing onions under the pillow. Now, let's move to something unusual but surprisingly effective. This method has been used for generations, and science is beginning to explain why it works. When you slice an onion and place it near your pillow, its natural aroma slowly diffuses through the air. This aroma helps create a calm sleep environment, improves breathing, and even keeps mosquitoes and insects away, making your bedroom quieter and more restful. Here's how to apply it. Slice half a fresh onion, place it in a small, clean bowl beside your pillow. Replace it every 3 to 5 days to keep it fresh and hygienic. If the smell feels too strong, simply move it a little farther away until you find the right balance. This method requires almost no effort and can be tried immediately. Many people describe a lighter, calmer feeling when lying down, helping them slip into sleep more peacefully. A jar of crushed onions near the bed. If placing onion slices under the pillow brings a gentle effect, this method is stronger and faster. When onions are crushed, their active compounds, especially phytochemicals and tryptophan, are released at their highest concentration. Breathing in these compounds directly creates a quick, calming effect, easing restlessness and helping you fall asleep much faster. How to do it? Crush a medium-sized onion. Place it in a clean glass jar with a lid. At bedtime, open the jar and place it close to your bedside or even near your nose if you can tolerate the aroma. For sensitive individuals, begin by keeping the jar a little farther away and then adjust gradually. Many people report that after trying this method, the mental chatter and racing thoughts before bed seem to vanish. Instead, they drift off quickly and stay asleep longer with fewer awakenings. This method is especially helpful on nights when stress or anxiety is keeping you awake. Drinking diluted onion juice before bed. Finally, we arrive at the strongest and most direct method, drinking diluted onion juice before bedtime. This is the most powerful way to use onions for sleep because it delivers the active compounds directly into your system. Onion juice contains concentrated amounts of tryptophan, quercetin, and cysteine sulfoxide, the trio that lowers cortisol, boosts melatonin, and prepares your brain for deep rest. Here's how to make it. Juice a medium onion. Take 1-2 teaspoons of the juice, mix it with 100 milliliters of warm water. Drink 20 to 30 minutes before bed. Important note, never drink raw onion juice undiluted as it may irritate the stomach. For sensitive individuals, take it after dinner rather than on an empty stomach. People who try this often notice results within just a few nights. They fall asleep faster, wake up less, and wake up in the morning feeling refreshed instead of groggy. This is the method to choose if you want the fastest, most noticeable change. Safety, tips, and cautions. While onions are natural, they're not for everyone. To use them safely, keep these cautions in mind. Avoid if you are allergic to onions. Do not overuse if you have irritable bowel syndrome, heartburn, or are taking blood thinners. For raw onions, limit intake to 30-50 grams per day and avoid eating them on an empty stomach. For cooked onions, 1 bulb per day is safe. If using onions under your pillow or in jars, replace them every few days for hygiene. Start small and observe your body's response, especially if you are sensitive to strong aromas. Remember, results vary from person to person. Some will notice improvements within days, while others may take longer. Deep, restorative sleep is never an accident. It's the result of sending the right signals to your body and brain at the right time. The onion, that simple vegetable sitting in the corner of your kitchen, can be one of the most powerful tools to restore the peaceful nights you've been missing. You don't need to use all 4 methods at once. Just choose one that feels easiest for you, whether it's adding onions to your evening meal, placing slices near your pillow, inhaling crushed onion aroma, or drinking diluted onion juice before bed. The key is to start. Give your body the chance to experience the calming signal onions provide. Once you find what works for you, stay consistent and watch how your sleep changes. You may soon find yourself drifting off faster, staying asleep longer, and waking up with a sense of lightness and energy you haven't felt in years. If these tips help you, share your experience. Your story could inspire someone else who is struggling with long nights of sleeplessness. And if you want to discover more foods and natural methods that help you sleep deeply without medication, watch the video on the left. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss the safest, most effective sleep solutions after 60.